very excited to have this young man here. He won a prestigious songwriting competition. This is the one competition that I'm aware of personally, the Kerrville Songwriting Competition in Kerrville, Texas. He's an award winner. He released his first album, his debut album in 2021 called Finally Feeling Young. And then this year he's come out with a new album called Bigger Than In Between. Please welcome Sam Robbins.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah, and I'm really glad to be here. I'm originally from Portsmouth. I live in Nashville now, but I'm from Portsmouth. And this is real New Hampshire. I'm glad to be ending. This is such a New Hampshire space, this town, this place, you know what I mean? And yeah, I was just in Texas for a few weeks, and I was in Louisiana and Florida, and it's nice to be in real New Hampshire. I'm gonna start off with a song that I wrote while I was in school in Boston, and I had just gotten out of a really long relationship, and I was listening to a lot of Disney music, and which kind of makes sense when you hear the song, the melodies and stuff. And I met somebody new, and so this song is sort of sparkly, new feeling. It's called "Remind Me." I told myself not to fall in love, and I haven't yet. I'm still so young, there's so many people I just haven't met. So when I saw you, and you saw through to the heart of me, I turned around and walked downtown and tried to see you with objectivity. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like the ghosts behind me. Myself, she's nothing new, just a pretty girl, a radiant light who always finds time to watch life unfurl. But when you kissed me and I had to leave, I wasn't lying. I'm thinking maybe I'm just good at searching, not finding. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like the ghosts behind me. You don't remind me of back home, you don't remind me of my old needs, you don't remind me of what I know of love, you remind me of what it means. You don't remind me of my mother, you don't remind me of my last girl, you just remind me, maybe it's a big wide open world. I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like the ghosts behind me, and you don't remind me. Thank you. Thank you. Man, this is so sweet. This is so sweet. Can I swear? I think there were kids here. It's not a really bad swear. I'll play that song in a second. Everyone, the other bands are so much cooler than me. You'll see. You'll understand. You'll understand. Yeah, I used to play in a lot of shitty bars all around New Hampshire. I'll play that song a little bit, but it's yeah, I used to have a residency in Nashua, 11 to 2 a.m. in a Mexican restaurant, several times a month. I used to play in the, no, we'll get there. This was the first single to my second album, which came out in August, and this was the song I was most excited about recording because it was the most fun to play with the band. It's called Reverence. Well, I was 12 when I held my first pair of drumsticks. Yes, they glowed by my parents' basement lights, and I tore them up, bashing on my blue sparkle kits. But I still got them in the drawer in my bedroom closet. And I was 15 when I got my first guitar. Yes, I opened up the case to a cheap red Fender, and I know that it wasn't much, no, just painted plywood. But I took care of it, I cherished it, till we both played pretty good. Yeah, I'm trying to live with some reverence, give some importance, set out with some intent. Yes, and be grateful for it all. Appreciate what's given in past generations, and realize that nothing is as simple as it seems. Well, I'm trying to have some reverence for what's in front of me. Rarely land that lick on the first try. There's something in the air in Lebanon tonight. Now, I've only had this guitar for a few years. Yes, every scratch on it is mine. Oh, we feel so intertwined. And I don't see it as an instrument, it's more like a samurai sword. It's a lifetime of service, well used and well worn. And I've been singing out for a while now. I got a few jagged scars. I've smiled on TV, yeah, that stars laugh at me strumming this guitar. But I think I figured out what my success really means. Oh, it's being grateful for being able to really be me. Well, I'm trying to live with some reverence, give some importance, set out with some intent. Yes, and be grateful for it all. Ooh, appreciate what's given in past generations, and realize that nothing is as simple as it seems. Oh, well, I'm trying to have some reverence. Yes, I'm trying to have some reverence. I'm trying to have some reverence for what's in front of me. Stop! The
mark of a true professional. Needing to take 3 takes on the ending of the song. Really quick, I think I ended it. That's all right. I can get shocked. I'm gonna do that song that I was saying. Like I said, I grew up in Portsmouth, and my parents, they're not musicians. They like music, but they're not musicians. And you know, when you're growing up in Portsmouth, and there were lots of little places around, but I didn't know how to play at them. And there was an open mic at this place, the Press Room. If anyone knows the Press Room. Nice. Nobody knows the Press Room when I play in Texas. But I went down there and I played an open mic there, and someone hosted an open mic that was also there, and he asked me to play his open mic, and I played a bunch of open mics all around town, and that sort of led to me when I was in high school, and that led to me in high school and college. I played like 1 billion bar gigs, like everywhere all over New Hampshire. I played Laconia Bike Week. The stories from this song are from when I used to play in Manchester all the time, when I used to play that residency in Nashua, the Laconia Bike Week. That was a gig I'll never forget. And, you know, I mean, hundreds and hundreds of gigs, and I met so many amazing people doing that, and I continue to meet so many cool people through music, and I wrote this song about that. It's called Hard to Hate.
I was booked at a biker bar upstate. It was leather jackets and guns on hips. I whipped in my dad's red Prius.
Laconia.
I was stuffed in a corner singing Fire and Rain when a Hell's Angel spun towards me. As he was limping over, I swore I was about to die. Then we talked for 20 minutes about his favorite songs from Sweet Baby James. His voice got softer and softer. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they're right in front of you. It's so easy to fall in love when you take the close-up view. When it's not a screen, it's a face, it's a heart, it's a name. It gets pretty hard to hate when you can really see the flame, the fire behind everyone's pain. I was booked at a bright pink bachelorette where they wished I was a stripper. Drunk women barking, won't you play Michael Bublé?
Manchester.
I picked his saddest one just to be rude, but much to my surprise, one by one they started slowing down. And for 2 whole hours we sang and laughed as we watched the walls come down, and we all followed each other on Instagram. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they're right in front of you. It's so easy to fall in love when you take the close-up view. When it's not a screen, it's a face, it's a heart, it's a name. It gets pretty hard to hate when you can really see the flame, the fire behind everyone's pain. I gave Kathy a bag of chips by the side of the road. I saw the scars on her face, as she said, did you know that I used to be somebody? Well, I used to be somebody. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they start to look like you. It's so easy to fall in love when their face reflects the truth that you can never quite escape. Good luck fighting off the flame. That fire always remains. Ooh, it's all the same thing. Do 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 da 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 da. Do 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 da 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 da. Do.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I really am grateful to be playing beautiful spaces like this with great artists like Rough and Tumble and Jaded Ravens. Sorry, I didn't say it right. It's really spent a long time in those corners of dark bars. So I appreciate it. I'm gonna do a song. I think I'm just gonna do this one and one more. But this is one that I wrote that I wasn't gonna play, but I feel the spirit. And it's a song about my dad, and it's one of those songs that sometimes, if anybody writes songs in here, I know you guys do, but sometimes you write songs and that last one was kind of a laborious process because it was like a 3-panel thing I wanted to talk about. And this song was 20 minutes, I was crying, it was done, and I never touched it again. And my dad we're totally fine. Me and him are totally fine, but there's just something there, and I was writing it, I just crying, and my dad's a real New England mountain man. His family's from Maine. He grew up in Portsmouth. He worked at a lobster pound for a bunch of years. My brother worked at a lobster pound for a bunch of years, and I worked there for one day. And now I go to salons to get fake fingernails for guitar playing. And he's a very quiet, like, straight down the road kind of guy. I'm sure there's a few of them in here tonight. And we're very different, and so this song was sort of reflecting on trying to be like your dad. It's called Raining Sideways.
I used to want to be just like you. I'd fail, and you'd know it too. I bought that wristband of your favorite team. I wore it every day for a year or two. I'd get so confused when those coaches would tell me, boy, you've got to get mean. I wonder if they said the same to you. And if you ever found out what that really means. Now it's raining sideways, and I'm missing your face. I wonder if you ever felt that way. Almost strangers, different in a million ways, but every day I see how much of you remains. I'll get to living up to you one of these days. Do you remember those hiking boots you bought me way back when I was 15? The first and last time that I ever wore them was with you on the spine of Tuckerman's ravine. When I told you I couldn't do it anymore, I wasn't a man like my grandfather. I couldn't fight the Korean War. And you told me that that was alright, that no man grows up to be his father if his father raises him right. I wanna believe that I could be like what's come before me, a faded photo on the wall, a thread running through us all. All the shoulders of 100 men, all I am is pieces of them. All I am is pieces of them. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. That one goes out to the mountain men out there. I'm just gonna do this last song. But thank you. This is my big finale to 2022. So it's been awesome. Yes. And this place rocks. Oh my God. This place rocks, seriously. Please keep coming here and give it up for Adam and everybody working, everybody. They baked you a ton of stuff. There's all this free baked goods in the back, and it is Black Friday, and we are all for sale. So, I'll just give a brief. I have an email list. If you want to sign up, I send out a little newsletter, and I play in New Hampshire like all the time. So, if you want to follow that, and I have T-shirts with my name, and then T-shirts with the chorus from this next song. I have jewelry made out of my strings, CDs and vinyl, koozies now, and for Black Friday, listen, you'll get, if you want to buy something, you'll get a small 2x2 sticker for free. So, Black Friday. You're not at JCPenney, you're here. I'm sorry about the talking, but this song requires context too. I wrote this song after moving from Boston to Nashville, and I moved there 6 months before COVID happened. And it was, when you move there you live in Portsmouth, you move to Boston, and then you're moving to where the stars are made. You're leaving New England and you're moving to the star place. And there's kind of a lot of pressure, and I've realized that a lot of the pressure I put on myself, and a lot of the stuff I wrote about in the album was just about growing up and growing out of things. And this song was, the cornerstone of the album, and it was just realizing that everybody is just making up life as they go and how terrifying that is. So this song is called Wouldn't Change a Thing. And I have T-shirts in the back with the lyrics.
For a while I thought that I'd missed my shots, and by the time I turned 25, everybody would have forgotten about me and my story, my songs and who I am. I'd fade into obscurity, another guitar playing white man. Oh, I used to stand at the kitchen table and see the Rolling Stone cover stars who just turned 21, 6 or 7 Grammys in their arms. And that world seems so far from me, graduating college at 23, while they're off living their dreams. They must be so happy. Oh, but maybe it's all bullshit, and nobody knows what they're doing. And if I had millions of dollars, die. Now I see it in the faces of my friends and my mom. Time takes everything, there's no use trying to hold on. But that doesn't stop some people from trying to cheat the clock, yeah. As if chasing after youth isn't just a lifetime of mourning. Oh, well, maybe it's all bullshit. Nobody knows what they're doing. And if I had millions of dollars or a Botox injection, it wouldn't change a thing about who I am. I'm just a man born and bred in New Hampshire. Blonde hair, 6'1" and 3/4. I'm not my songs, no. I'm not a brand, no. I'm not an image. Yes, I see that it's all bullshit. And nobody knows what they're doing. And if I had millions of dollars and everything I thought I wanted, it wouldn't change a thing. No, it wouldn't change a thing, baby. It wouldn't change a thing about who I am.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you. The Rough and Tumble's up next. They're amazing. Jaded Raven's up after them. If you want to come back, say hi to all of us, sign up for the email list, get anything. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Sam Robbins. Sam Robbins. Oh, that was wonderful.
I just felt bad not to ask you.
This is the kind of night where, I wish that every one of these acts, I was more in the business of promoting a full, concert kind of night rather than a lineup of acts. And I hope